In last session we had a discussion regarding that new measure, new column, quick measure, and drill down visualizations and drill through visualizations in a Power BI. In this session we are going to continue with the home tab properties, and like it's like menu bar properties we are going to have a discussion. As I said, in next two sessions we are going to complete all the menus, then after we are going to start working with edit queries. Now before explaining that menus, as I said, by default for each report you will have one page. If you want, you can create a multiple pages over here based on your requirement. If you want to delete that page, you can delete it, or if you want to rename your page, if you want to provide a proper name, you can provide a name here. Sometimes we need to duplicate that page, like we need to provide a same design for another page. We are going to represent another set of entity data. At that time, instead of redesigning, you can duplicate a page, whatever you created. Whatever you created, you can duplicate it. Okay, so then after you can change the filters, so everything is same. So if you wanted to duplicate a page, you can make it duplicate, or if you want to rename a page, or you can delete a page with the help of these options. And if you want to provide background image or a background color to your page, so at that time click on empty space, and here you have an option here, format. There you have an option called page background. Page background, you can provide a background color, whatever the color you want to provide, you can make it. Then after you have a transparency is there. Transparency, with the help like transparency towards 100, the color will get saturated. So based on your requirement, you can increase that transparency or decrease. Here you can set the background color. If you want to provide a background image, you can, whatever. So you can make a fit or a fill, and that quality of that image also based on this transparency. Here the transparency defines both the color and background image both. So for a page, if you want to provide a background color or a background image, from empty space you can come here, format. There you can specify the page background, color or image, whatever you want. And the transparency towards 100 is going to get saturated. Then after page size, like you can define your custom page size here. Like there are some predefined page sizes are there, based on your requirement you can select it, and if you have any custom size you can make it whatever the size that you want, you can specify it with respect to pixels. Okay, so you can define the page size. Page size, first four are predefined page sizes, and then after if you wanted to define your own page size, you can make it custom, and you can increase the height and width of it. So based on the view that you have here, you are going to see, you can see the scroll bar, vertical scroll bar, and previously it was showcased. Even though I increased the size, you are unable to see whether it is increased or not. But if you see the actual size, it is going to showcase the width and height, whatever you increased. So here you can define the page size, and the page information is nothing but, if you want to provide, like if you want to rename a page name, you can rename it here also. And Q&A is nothing but a cotton analytics. the Power BI has a feature that, so if you have a like okay, fine. So Power BI has a feature that if you write a query that is going to analyze the data set and automatically visualize the like data, that is what Q and A Cortana analytics. So that we are going to see as part of Power BI dashboard. At this point of time, leave about Q&A, and these are the configuration that you can give for a page. One is page background, you can set a background color or image. Page size, you can define your custom page sizes. So you can, let me showcase something. Okay, so you can see here a report page you can define based on our requirement. So I have one of the report page. Let it load. You can see the height and width of it. We can increase that height at here by selecting the custom. You can define how much you want. So those are the properties related to the page. And next one is the home tab properties. Like the first property is cut, copy, paste. These are the common things anywhere. And format painter. So if you want to copy or cut your visualizations from one page to another page, you can make it. So those are the cut, copy and paste. And format painter, whatever the configuration that you given for one visualization, if you want to apply the same for another visualization also, you can use the format painter. It is similar to whatever we have as part of Outlook and our Word. So here I am enabling the data labels, the size, and x-axis I increased the size, and y-axis also. And for a title I am providing the middle and increase the size. Now if I create another visualization, if I want to apply all that 5 options that I made, so x-axis size increase, y-axis size increase, data labels, and a title alignment and title size increase, or any background color, whatever the configuration that I applied here, same I need to apply for another visualization also. Select format painter, apply here. So all the changes came here. Similarly, if I have any background color for a visualization or a background color for a title or a border, everything, whatever the change, whatever the format that I applied here, if I want to apply the same format for another visualization also, instead of redoing, you can use a format painter and you can apply it. And the next one is get data. As I said, if you want to load the data from external source to Power BI, in order to work with different sources of data, we are going to use get data option. And so far we loaded the data from Excel. In next 2 days of time we are going to start working on SQL Server, SSAS, Azure and everything. And recent sources is nothing but if you wanted to load the data from the connected sources. Okay, you already made a connection with SQL server and you loaded a couple of tables. If you want to load a few more tables, at that time, instead of re-establishing a connection by providing a database name or server name, username, password, you can take the recent connections option, and whatever the connection that you made recently, that will be available here, so that you no need to provide the connection string details. See here, I'm not browsing the Excel file. I'm just selected this one. Without browsing the Excel file, automatically the tables are got loaded. So recent sources is going to showcase the list of connections you made recently. If you use this, you no need to provide a connection strings again. You no need to re-establish a connections. That is what the use of recent sources. And enter data, as I said yesterday, if you need to create a table in a Power BI with your own data, you can select a enter data option, and here you can create a columns and you can manually enter the data as I showcased yesterday, and you can provide the table name. So enter data is nothing but if you want to create a table in Power BI with a user defined data. In Power BI with user defined data, you can use enter data option. And edit queries, as I said, edit queries is nothing but a Power Query option. And if you wanted to do some transformations in Power BI, we are going to use it. So it is a separate discussion that we are going to make day after tomorrow. Okay, so edit queries. And data source settings is nothing but whatever the connections that you made, that connection strings will be available here. The connections will be showcased here, and if you want to change the connection string, you have a data source settings is there. So at this point of time, I made two connections with my opened Power BI window. It is showcasing these two things. And if you want to change the connection string, select the connection and change the source. You can modify it as part of our environments. So whenever you are working in Power BI reports, you are going to connect it to the dev environment and you are creating a reports. Once you are done with everything, if you need to migrate this one to the production or UAT or regression environment, at that time, instead of recreating a report on that environments, what you can do is you can change the connection here. You can change that server name and database. Server name we are going to change it. If required, username and password. Then after automatically it will connect to that database like UAT or production or regression, and it is going to showcase that data. So connection strings will be available as part of data source settings. Connections will be available as part of recent connections. If you want to make new connection, you have a get data. So all these connections topic is related to that get data. We'll have a clear discussion in next 3 or 4 days after, once the edit queries is done. Okay, but anyways, if you want to load the data, you have a get data option is there, and whatever you connected recently, that will be showcased under recent sources. And enter data is nothing but if you want to manually enter the data. And edit queries, we are going to have discussion. Data source settings is nothing but connection strings will be showcased from where you browsed the file or whatever the server that you are connected. Everything will be available here. If you want to modify it, you can modify it. Next, refresh. As I said, whenever you perform a refresh, it is going to refresh the complete model. Complete model means all the connections that you made, that will get refreshed. Okay, at this point of time I have two connections. Even if I have 5 connections, all the connections and all the tables get refreshed whenever you perform a refresh. All the tables will get refreshed. And solution templates and partner showcase will see new page. New page is nothing but the same concept. If you want to create a blank page or a duplicate page, you can do it. The same option that you have here. Blank page means empty page will be created. Duplicate page means it will get duplicated into another page. That's it. And new visual is nothing but If you want to create a new visualization, you can select this one, but unfortunately it always gives a stacked column chart. So at that time, if you want to move, like change it to another visualization, you need to again rechange it. So you can consider, you can ignore this visualization, new visualization option. By default, always it is going to give a stacked column chart, and if you want to work with another visualization, you need to pick from here. So instead of taking from here, you can take from here only directly whatever you want. That is what the new visualization option. And text box, if you want to provide any description to your report, that might be, the description might be a title for your report page, like whatever I said, a report can contain a multiple pages, and each page is going to represent something. What you are representing, you need to provide with a title. So for a title purpose, you can use it. And title for a visualizations, as part of a visualization, I want to provide some title, or I want to provide some description saying that, boss, I am representing the data from this time to this time, or annotations we used to call in SSIS, like what it is going to defining, like what this visual is representing. I want to provide some description. We used to call it as a annotation. If you want to provide annotation or a title for your page, or title for your visualization, or any description, you can use the text box concept. Okay, so let's see what are the properties available with the text box. Text box, so you can type whatever the text that you want to provide, and you can increase the size of it. You can provide the font family, and you can provide the color for the text, and bold, italic and underline are fine, like alignment, how you want it to align. And if you want to provide a hyperlink, you can provide a hyperlink. As yesterday Srijit told, if you want to provide a link to this text, you can provide it. So you can provide whatever the text, that link that you wanted to give. So like this you can provide. So for a text box, you can write a description whatever you want to provide. Then after, you have font family, font size, and font color, and bold, italic, underline are fine, and alignment, how you want to align, and a hyperlink you can provide. Along with that, you have some options called title. These are the properties which are common across all the places. Okay, all the visualizations, whatever you are representing in a Power BI report page, these are the common properties. Those are nothing but the title. For any visualization or any object which you are representing in a Power BI, if you want to provide a title, you can provide it through here. So you can provide some title to this object, whatever I selected. And for that, what is the font color, what is the background color, fine, whatever. And alignment, size, what is the font family. You can provide a title for any object whatever you are creating here. And next, background, for that object, if you want to provide some background color, you can. And lock aspect, initially it is to represent the colors only, but we don't have the functionality here now, you can ignore it. Border, for that object, if you want to provide a border, you can provide it. And what color you want to provide for that border also, you need to define it. And general is nothing but, so what is the height and width of this visualization or object, what is the height and width, you can configure it. I have some issue with my mic, I think. So you can configure that height and width with respect to mouse also, and a position where you want to place as part of your report. That you can configure from general, or even you can observe if I change it, the height and like x position, y position are changing, but whenever I change these things, that x and y position height and width will change. So these are the common properties which will be available across all the places. We'll discuss in 2 or 3 places, then after I am not going to discuss. So these are the properties associated with the text box. Okay, now how you can use your text box as part of your reports is, as I said, you can provide as part of your report page title, and for any visualizations titles, annotations, descriptions, you can use it. So just give me 1 second. Okay, you can see that the heading, whatever, I'm not sure why it got closed. Okay, so whatever that heading that we provided, that is a text box, and we provide some description over here, and whatever you are able to see this border, like I combined the two pie charts with a border, that is a text box. Okay, and here also we represented some text, the header, and whatever this border that you are seeing, that is a text box. All these are the text boxes only. And here you can see I provide the title in a 2 lines. If you use a by default title option as part of a visualization, you cannot go to 2 lines or 3 lines. As I used a text box, I customized my title. Okay, so whatever the description that I want, and I customized it. If you are using a normal card title, you cannot go to 2 lines or 3 lines concept. And here I provide my own description. You can see all these square boxes are text boxes. These are the text boxes. On top of it, we kept a measure. So this is a text box, and whatever you are able to see, that square, that is a text box. Okay, so it's not a square, it's a rectangle. So whatever. So this is a text box. So the text boxes can be used not only your header as part of your design concept, you are going to use it for a workaround for many places. That is all about a text box and the properties associated with the text box. The hyperlink, if you want to test it, you need to click here with respect to design environment and desktop. Once you publish it, automatically hand icon will come. Whenever you click on it, it will be redirected to another page. Okay, so now let me save it. I published this one. Now you can see if I click on it, it will be redirected to that Google page whatever I referred. Now navigating from one page to another page, understand the requirement here clearly. Let's assume you need to navigate from one page to another page as part of Power BI. By default it is not there. With the help of a drill through filters you can navigate, but what it is going to do, it is going to filter the child page. But let's consider a scenario that from one page to another page you need to navigate simply, that is only the requirement. In a single report you need to navigate from one page to another page. At that time what you are going to do is you need to use these text boxes and you need to configure the hyperlink. And what hyperlink that you need to provide from one page to another page is, I said you have a report with a multiple pages. Whenever a user wanted whenever they click on here, it need to navigate to this page without filtering anything. This is what the requirement. If this is the requirement, what you need to do is, first you need to create everything as part of Power BI desktop. Then after you need to publish it. Once you publish it, you will get a, for each and every page you will get a one ID. Each and every page you are going to get one ID or one URL you are going to get. That URL you need to copy it and you need to provide here text box as a hyperlink. So that is what yesterday Srijit mentioned, right? So now our sales data at this point of time, it is focusing to Google, but I wanted to navigate to page 1. We are already in page 1. We will go to page 5 or something where I have some other visualization. So duplicate of page 1, I wanted to redirect it to here. So at that time what you need to do is copy that complete URL, and as part of this one you can paste it that URL here, done, and republish it, save it. It is asking that the data set and report is already there, you wanted to replace it. We replaced it. And now reports, the text box. If I click on here, if it is working fine, it need to redirect it to this duplicate base, okay, instead of redirecting to Google. You can see that the duplicate of page 1, like whatever the page name that we provided, it was loaded. This is one of the workaround. Power BI is not providing any direct option to navigate from one page to another page. If you wanted to do some workaround, this is a workaround where you can provide a text box and you can first publish the report, then after copy that URL. For each page you have a unique URL will be generated. You need to copy that URL and you need to provide as a hyperlink so that you can navigate from one page to another page. And here there are some limitations also. Let's assume I wanted to navigate in the same window instead of, like at this point of time it was opened in another page, not on the same page. When I opened here, when I clicked on it, understand, it is opening in another page. If I want to open the same page, we don't have that customization yet. So there are some limitations are there. It's just a workaround for that requirement, okay? So by default it cannot be possible. Simple answer for that. Anyone has any questions up to here? Arpit, Balamurali, Brahma, Deepti, Jahnavi, Jaychandra, Kiran, Manoj, Mahesh, Manasa, Shankar Reddy, Shivprasad, Sugata, Sridevi, Sri, Sushmita and Venkatesh. Any questions? If you don't have any questions, mention no as part of chat. If someone speaking from that my institute, speak loud.
So Srinivas, it's just kind of URL option in SSRS, right?
Yes.
There we can pass the parameters. Here,
Here you cannot pass the parameters at this point of time.
okay. Can we expect down the line? Can we expect these parameters passage?
Down the line you can expect a lot.
Okay.
Is it from? Okay, fine. So I'm still not getting a response from many people. Fine. So the next one is that is about a text box and image. If you want to add an image to your report, or if you want to add a logo to your report, you can add by using this one, image. Logos, whenever you wanted to add a logo to your page, you can add it. So my image is very big, that's why it is displaying as odd. Okay, but if you wanted to add an image, you can add it. You can add image by simply browsing it. Whatever. Okay, so then after, once you add an image, you have some options are there. Scaling is nothing but how you wanted to represent that image. You wanted to represent normal, a fit, or a fill. Fit will be fitted into that complete space that you have, and it is going to fill it without reducing any quality. So that is what, those are the three options which are available with the image, and remaining all are same. Title, if you want to provide some title to this image, you can provide it, and if you want to provide some title, you can provide it by providing a text, font color, background color, alignment, and text size. And if you want to provide some background color, you can provide it, as I said. And if you want to provide a border for it, you can create a border. And link, here the link concept is, yesterday you observed drill through visualization. As part of a drill through visualization, by default one arrow mark came, that is helping you to make it as a bridge between the parent and child pages. Let's assume I don't want to use that arrow mark. I want to provide a nice image which representing back information, okay, or I want to provide my own image to act as a bridge between the parent and child. At that time, what you have is, you can import, like you can upload that image, and then after you need to make a link on. So in order to test that one, just load whatever that report that we created yesterday. Open. Drill through report. I feel this is the one. Let it load. So yesterday we created a drill through report, and from a parent page, whenever we click on it, Hyderabad child page, it was representing that Hyderabad related information. Whenever I click on it, it is going back to the parent page. Now, boss, I don't want to use this arrow mark. I want to use an image to act as similar to same functionality. What you want to do is, you need to do like I opened the report here, instead of this one or keep that one, you can off the link, and then after you can load an image. You can load an image whatever you want, and you can on the link and save that report and publish it. So I published it, and now I'm refreshing that page. You can see that this image also came. Now hand icon is not coming here, but here I'm getting an image with a hand icon. If I click on it, one second, it is fine. It is coming to the parent page. I don't know first time why it is not came. So Guntur, if I click on it, it is reverting back to the parent page. So my image is acting as a bridge between the parent and child pages. So if you want, you can make it with the help of by enabling a property called link. Okay, if someone asks you as part of interview, that will be after 1 year, not now. So that is what the link option, and a general, like where you want to place, that you can manage with respect to mouse also. So these are the options which are available at image. You can load an image that can be as part of your logos. And shapes, there are some predefined shapes are there. Based on your requirement you can use it. So I'm just explaining the line. Let's assume you given a proper title and you provide one logo there, and you want to provide a line between the visualizations and a title or a header. At that time I'm using a line. Okay, here it came. That line you are able to see by default a vertical line, and if you want a horizontal line, or if you want to change the color of it, you can change the color, and you can change the width of it, and rotation, you can change the rotation. I want a horizontal line, and you can provide the width. Okay, so you can provide a line like that, which is not mean we need to provide this much width. So based on your requirement, you can use a shape, and I just loaded a line, and for that line the properties available are, so what is the size, what is the color, what is the transparency. You know that color will get saturated, and what is the width, and rotation, how you wanted to represent that line, you can rotate it according to your requirement. And a title, background, general, border are same. Lock aspect, you don't have anything. Link, the same functionality. Let's assume if they click on a line, you need to redirect it to the parent page. If you want, you can make it. You can make it on. So these are the properties which are available for a line. At the same way, if you want to represent some arrow, you are defining some workflow, If you are if you wanted to describe something with respect to arrows, you can use that arrows. So these are the shapes which are available. Up to here, any questions? Before continuing to the next level, any questions up to here? People don't have any questions, mention no as part of chat. Yes, Srijit, go ahead.
Srinivas, regarding this link option,
Hmm.
like after selecting that line, when you select,
Hmm.
give the option as on, then it will
Hmm.
be going to the next page. Is that the way it works?
Yeah, that is what it is worked. So whenever you
Okay.
make it on, which means that that is going to act as a bridge between the parent and child.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Srinivas, good morning. Brahma here.
Yes,
Hello.
Brahma. Yes, Brahma. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
in here, like in SSRS, there is a headers and footers are there. Every page is a common title, and every
Mm.
page is a footer that copyrights the company like logo.
Yes, yes.
We can keep the dynamically on a same title in every pages.
Mm. In Power BI, for now, we don't have that option.
Okay, okay,
You need to duplicate the page.
okay. So we can't do a
Headers and
border.
footers, which is a dynamic with respect to
Uh,
Power BI desktop. And as part of Power BI report server templates, we have that concept. Page nation, page numbers, everything is there.
okay, okay.
Power BI report server concept we have. Deepti, Sugata, Shankar, Shivprasad,
Yeah.
Manasa. Fine. Yes,
Srinivas,
Srinivas, one question.
go ahead.
Which is effective Power BI service or Power BI report service?
Like there are different features are there. Like Power BI service. Like if you want to cloud based access, like if you want to provide a self service, the Power BI service you need to use, and Power BI report server for a on premise environment. Okay, so where you want to like how you want to provide your reports to your customer within a network or across the globe, there you need to take a call. And if within the network, that is going to have almost all the features like SSRS, which has recently started. Those are keep on adding the features of SSRS, but the same concept. You need to create a data set, data source. You need to create a data set. Then after you need to create a report, and it is, at this point of time it is supporting a page united reports and some options. You can expect all SSRS functionality with respect to Power BI, and that report server is having the capability to publish that reports into cloud also in a later time.
Okay.
So based on the first call is how you want to share your reports with your customer. If it is a cloud, you need to go ahead with the Power BI service, even though you use a Power BI report server.
Okay.
And some other person also started. Is it Srijit?
Yeah. Yeah, Srinivas.
Go
Like
ahead.
in SSRS, we had option of auto refresh, right? Like
Hmm.
it will be auto refreshing automatically the report. Is there any such option here?
Auto refresh in a Power BI desktop you don't have. You don't have any option in Power BI desktop, and you need to take a live connection with a Power BI with SSAS, and you need to automatically refresh the cube. At that time, Power BI will automatically fetch the data.
Okay, fine. Thank
So
you.
why you need to use SSAS is Power BI having a limitation of scheduling 8 times. If you want to schedule more than 8 times, you need to use a live connection. Those all you are going to get as specific concepts in a further session.
Okay. Okay.
Fine. So the next one is the next one is here, as I said, by default Power BI supports some giving us some visualizations. You can use that visualizations and you can create a report. And we have a concept called custom visualizations also. With respect to active scripting and .NET and Node.js and everything, you are going to create your own visualizations whatever you want. Now, Now the people are not looking for the people who can create a custom visualizations, but people are expecting that you need to have a knowledge how to use the custom visualizations which are created by someone or which are given by Microsoft. You need to have that knowledge. For that, like first of all, those visualizations we are calling it as a custom visualizations. And how to use the custom visualizations is of two types. One is directly using from a source, directly using from a store. Second one is download the custom visualization and import in a Power BI. There are two options are there. Understand once again, we have a concept called custom visualizations which are available as part of a Microsoft store. You can download them and you can use it as part of your Power BI report. So that custom visualizations can be used in your Power BI report by using two ways. One is without downloading, directly target that store and load that Power BI visualization. Second one is download in your drive and upload it. So before seeing that options, we'll see what are the custom visualizations are there. app.powerbi.com/visuals. So here you are able to see 125 visualizations are there. These all are the custom visualizations. Now whatever you want, you can click on get it now. Continue. Here it is showcasing the custom visualization and a sample report. If you want to see how to use that one, you have a sample report is there, you can download it and you can understand it. Or if you want to download a visualization, you can click on it. I don't know how much time it will take. It will not take this much time for downloading a custom visual. Finish it, okay. Fine. Once you download it, if you want to use the custom visualization, from a file option is there. Whatever the visual that you downloaded, if you want to use it, from file, import, downloads, and histogram, open. So you can see that the visualization is came here, and you can use this visualization as part of your report. So from file is nothing but like you are going to manually upload the custom visualization from your drive. Okay, from file is nothing but that one. From store is nothing but whenever you click on it, without any download, it will open the visualizations, custom visualizations window. You can add it whatever you want. The word cloud, you can see that is came here. Okay, so from store, from file are nothing but how to use the custom visualization in your report. There are the custom visualizations are there, like there are some visualizations which are extra to the already available visualizations in Power BI, that you can call it as a custom visualizations, that can be accessed by downloading or without downloading from a store directly. So if you want to load from a store, you need to click on here and you just need to add whatever the visualization that you want. You can see that is came, or you can download it and you can use it. So those are the two options. How to use a custom visualization in your report is by using these two ways. And as part of our sessions, I am going to explain all the visualizations which are coming by default. What is the purpose, what are the properties, and everything I am going to explain. After completion of that, I will tell you, boss, you need to practice these things from a custom visualizations. The 5 or 10 I will tell you. So if you practice those things by downloading and by importing like this, that will help you whenever you enter an interview. They will ask you, did you anytime worked on a custom visualizations, or what custom visualization that you worked on? In order to tell that one, we need to practice a 3 or 5 custom visualizations. I will tell you what you need to download and what you need to practice once I am done with the visualizations. And final thing as part of this class for today is theming. You can see that by default Power BI, like from almost 2 years of time, the same colors are there. Okay, so if you want to change this color, the bar colors, you have data colors option is there. Fortunately, no one asked this question how to change the colors so far. So if I want to change the colors, you have an option is there, you can change the colors. These are the default colors which Power BI providing. If you want any custom color, you can select the colors also, but these are the colors that we have. Let's assume I don't like these colors, I want to define my own colors. For that, we have a concept called themes. At the time, we have a concept called themes. If you want to provide your own colors for Power BI report, we have a concept called themes. Now, Power BI itself providing some themes which you can download and use as part of your report. Those you can get it at a theme gallery. At a theme gallery. So this is a place where you can see the list of themes. Themes are nothing but color files, that's it. Okay, so you can see what are all the colors are there as part of these reports. If you feel any of the colors are interesting, you can download that theme. So for now I'm just going with this one, not that, anything. So I'm downloading that Power View theme one. You can open it and you can interact with that report. You can interact with that report or you can download the theme. So here there is a JSON file is there. This is the image of your theme, whatever the report that they create, and this is the Power BI report that whatever they are representing, and this is a JSON file which is representing a colors. You need to download that JSON file. It was done, or if you want to see it, I think it was disabled, fine, like we downloaded that file. Now what you can do is switch theme, import a theme. Whenever you said import a theme, you need to browse that JSON file whatever you downloaded, theme 1, and that was loaded. Now you can see the colors were changed, the default colors, and these colors were changed. So next time onwards, whatever the visualization that you created, it is going to fetch these colors, or you can apply these colors as part of your visualizations. Okay, so that is what a theme is. Theme is nothing but it's a color file, and if you want to upload your own colors, you can make it in Power BI. For that, first of all, we have an option is there, which is a list of predefined themes available there. You can go and download it. If you feel that none of them are interested and you wanted to define your own theme, you can simply modify the JSON file, or you have theme generator tools are there. Power BI theme generator is there, so you can generate your own color file. Here you can generate your own file. sorry, same. You can select whatever the colors that you want, or you can provide the hexadecimal code of that color. Then after, automatically the code is getting generated. Download a color theme. My Internet Explorer having some issue. Sorry. So here as I said, you can generate your own theme. Then after, download a color theme. File got downloaded. Then after, you can import the theme. So now you can verify the colors. I didn't select much, but these are the colors that we selected. Okay, so theme is nothing but a file which contains the colors. Whatever the colors that you wanted to import in a Power BI, you need to bring it as part of a JSON file. That JSON files are available as part of a theme gallery, or you can generate your own theme, as you can generate your own files, or you can modify that JSON files whatever you downloaded also. That is a JSON file. You can see the colors. You can represent whatever the colors that you want, and you can save it and you can import it. This is how you can able to load your own colors in a Power BI. So any questions up to here regarding that custom visualizations usage and a themes concept? Any questions? Fine. So I will stop in a 2 minutes of time for technical discussion up to here, and from here onwards we will continue next session with what is that managed relationships. If I cover this one, so I'm going to cover those things, solution templates and partner showcase. I'm going to cover in next 2 days of time. So in next session we are going to continue with the managed relationships and the other options associated with the home tab. We already done like data array drill options. If you see if you see like data array drill, all the options we covered, and home tab, the managed relationships we are going to see. In tomorrow's session we are going to see the managed relationships and view tab options, modeling options, help, and a format we are going to see. I hope everything will be covered by tomorrow. If not, that might be extended for another session. So we are going to see the remaining all options along with the data and relationship view in next 1 hour, 1.5 hour of a time. That is the plan. Till yesterday the video is uploaded, and as we are done with the 4 days of demos, I am going to share my account details, and before making a payment, listen some points very clearly. This course is designed for the sake of people who is looking for a job, who is wanted to make a technology switch. We don't pass the time for a 2 months or 3 months of time, and at the same time, regarding the videos, I already said in the first class itself, for online people who are going to join, for them read-only access will be provided by considering many things. Till last 3 months we have been providing a videos for a download access, but we stopped download access. Why? Because in Facebook, in all the media, we are seeing that Tableau videos for a 500, ClickView videos for 600, a complete pack for 900. I don't want my videos to flow like this. You people, as you are paying, you might expect a download. If someone share the videos with other, that fellow will share it with all the people. That will unnecessarily create a 1,000 or a 10,000 competition in the market for you people only. That's why I will not give a download access. Only read only access will be provided who is going to join as part of online. Okay, so that it will be 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. You can come anytime. Once you paid, you can come anytime and you can attend the course. I don't have any concerns. Okay, but I don't want, so many people are coming for the sake of only videos, by taking the videos and not to sell it. So that's why we stopped it. That is one point. On the other point, in the next 1 day or 2 days of time, I will lock my batch, and then after, so the class might be continued for 1.5 hour of a time also, but I will not extend after this time 8:30. Okay, I might ask you to join at 7 till 8:30 for a 1 week of time, or I might ask you on a weekend, if everyone is available, I can ask you for attend a 2 hours of time. So you need to support on that one. It is not mean, boss, I am a working employee, I am working for a Bank of America, I am working for some other company. Okay, I will attend only 5 days, or I will attend only this time. I will not accept it. So till the completion of a course end, you need to support to me, so that I can help you people like anything. We will complete the course as early as possible. That will help both of us. Okay, if you have any limitations with that, or if you have any limitations with bargains and everything, before making a payment, reach to me, and once you are clarified with everything, if both the parties are fine, then only we can proceed further. Okay, so we don't have any rush. Just give me a ping if anyone wanted to speak with me regarding the recordings, regarding the time is the same time, 7:30 to 8:30. If required, I will ask you to join at 7 only, 7 to 8:30, and that will take care. On a weekend, yes, it's a 7 days class, 7 days per a week class. On the worst case, if I am not available at that time, I will give an off, but 7 days the class will be there. On a weekend, extra class will be there as an extension, like on a Saturday and Sunday, your timings. I will not ask you on other times. So these are the things from my end. And on the another note, it's a very important note. It's not mean simply joining and muting yourself and even not responding if I ask a question. Okay, so if you don't have a question, you need to say no. As it is a demo, I don't have a right to ask you people, but from tomorrow onwards, I'm expecting a response, especially all the people who joined through an online. If you don't have any question, mention no there. Okay, or if you have a question, just go ahead by unmuting yourself. Those are the concerns from my end. And if you have any other things to wanted to have a discussion, I will call you people. Just give me a ping through WhatsApp or drop me a mail, so that we'll have a clear discussion and we'll continue further. That's it from my end. Does anyone has any questions?